I ain't hear from niggas when I had them blues on. Y'all, I was in fucking jail. And I know y'all fucking missed me, but I'm fucking back and I'm ready to turn this motherfucker up. Okay, so no, I did not do nothing fucking crazy, y'all. I went to jail for a DUI. I got back in 2014. That shit came back to bite me in the ass. I had a warrant for my arrest. The fucked up part about all this was I could have been out of jail, but I got picked up in a different county. So I ended up sitting over the weekend until the county came to get me the next fucking day. But the fucked up part about all this shit is like everything that was happening was just like, what the fuck is going on? So when they first booked me in and shit, the dyke ass lady, her name was Deputy Harmon, she like patting me down and shit. That bitch go under, kind of like wiped it front to back. Like, what, bitch? Like, feeling on my pussy like every fucking CO in that motherfucker was a dyke. I'm just like, anywho, so I get in the motherfucker. They put me in a hold until I get on the phone. I get to calling people like, yo, I'm in jail. Help me, you know, panicking. I really didn't panic. I was just more so like, bro, I'm in fucking jail. But it was this lady. Her name was Miss Scott. Miss Scott was in jail too. So she on the phone and she talking to her people. This lady had me rolling the whole fucking time because I really got to tell y'all about Miss Scott. Miss Scott claims that she is P from Quality Control's mom. You know, I started to believe the lady because she looked like him. She got this big ass nose. She in there talking about how he trying to give her to the Illuminati for the Migos because he want to be rich. But she was like, when them birds was in, who was there for you? Like, them hoes ain't gonna be there for you. And I ain't talking about them baby mamas. I'm talking about his real hoes, the bitches that really know what the fuck he doing. And I'm just like, oh, okay, Miss Scott. So, you know, she keep telling everybody like how he out to get her and she finna take him down. So I'm like, oh, okay, this lady was fucking crazy. So she on the phone with somebody telling them that they need to take her rental, go pick up her rental because she got this suitcase and they got this green folder. In my head, I'm over there pushing together like maybe the green folder was going to take P down. I'm over here like rolling, laughing at this lady like, what? She on the phone like, Henrietta, I ain't got time for this shit. I don't want to hear this shit. Somebody was trying to lecture her on the phone about her being in jail. She was like, they over here trying to lose me in the system and you over here want to argue with me about some shit. Then she told me this her second time with them trying to lose her in the system. And she kept blaming it on P and his brother like it's them and the Illuminati and they trying to... Yeah, and then Miss Scott ass used to wake up every night and bang on the motherfucking door because she was ready to go. And told them people they need to let her the fuck out because she got shit to handle. Okay, so then it was... I really feel like I was in a mental pod because it was like out of 16 bitches, half of them was slow. So it's this girl in there and she got like 10 braids right here, 10 braids right here, and then a Philly fro all the way around her head that she been twisted up. So, you know, I got my wig on. So, you know, because they couldn't take my wig off at first. Well, at that county, they didn't do too much to get my wig off. So the bitch gonna ask me, she said, is that sewn in? Can I have your hair so I can braid the rest of my hair up? This bitch said the last bitch that was in her cell, her bunkie left her the hair. That's how she had the braids she had in the front. Like, this bitch literally had... And this bitch used to take these braids, like, because they was, like, literally right here and right here. And she would wrap them around her head and tie them in the back like it was a crown. Like, she had a halo braid. This bitch was so motherfucking crazy. Like, one day she'd be a girl, and then the next day she like a boy, and she like girls. Then I met I call her my little sis in jail because I ended up starting to like her. She was cool. She was crazy too though, because she used to talk to herself, and then she'd bust out in a twerk, like real life twerk fest. Like, what? Like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, her name, we kept asking what her name was. She kept telling us her name was Arrow. So, you know, some tell me like, man, check this bitch bracelet. So I look at the bitch bracelet. Her name is Ariana. I'm like, we calling her Ro the whole time, and the bitch ain't answering us. We already... Yeah, so her name was Ariana this whole fucking time, and we over there like, Ro, wrote, and the bitch not answering us. And I'm like, no wonder why the bitch ain't answering. So then after that, we start calling her Ari. But the funny part about Ari was, because Ari was a little off, she must have came on her period. At least we thought she came on her motherfucking period. So she had blood in her motherfucking pants. So I'm like, man, I'm not finna let her sit around like this. So I called the CO and I'm like, Lynn, can I get a change of clothes for her, some new panties and stuff? Because she got blood on her and she's a little off. She got some mental problems, some mental health issues. So they give me the shit. So I'm like, Ari, you gotta get in the shower, okay? And she was like, for what? I'm like, you just need to get in the shower. She's like, I stink. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Like, cause motherfucker said she stank. So I'm like, yeah, a little bit. So now mind y'all, I told y'all, Ari talked to herself. Like, sit there and talk to herself. So after I told her, like, yeah, a little bit, you kind of stink a little bit. She like, I fucks with you. I fuck with you, girl. And she busts out a bed twerk again. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, baby girl, let's get in the shower. This bitch get in the shower, leave the door open, so she don't like the shower door closed. She in the shower. She over there talking to us. Why she in the motherfucking shower and shit? I'm like, Ari, close the door, man. She finally get dressed and shit. And, at this point, I'm in her room with her and I'm helping her put all her stuff away. And I'm like, yo, how long you been on your period so I can get you enough pass to last you for the rest of your time? She was like, I think I had a miscarriage last night. And I'm like, you think you had a miscarriage last night? Like, listen, baby girl didn't go to school for nursing. No, I didn't go to school for nursing. I do social work. I can help you with any mental health issue problems you got. So now I'm like, I go tell the CO, like, she said she had a miscarriage last night. She ain't come on her period. So then the CO come get her. They take her to the nurse. Like 5 minutes later, the bitch back. And I'm like, what they say? She's like, these motherfuckers don't know nothing. It's crazy that you the only motherfucker that have to come in here and they don't even know you know more than what they know. And I'm just like, she get the snapping. And then she sit down and she starts singing to herself and she just sitting there. And I'm like, Ari, what you singing? And she like, big old freak, big booty, big old treat. And she get to twerking like after she just did a mid snap. So now it's time for us to go back in our pod. It's like 9:30 at night and shit. This bitch won't get in the pod. We must have to open the door for somebody to like take the trash out or something. This bitch was like, oh, I'm leaving. And she walk out the pod and won't come back in. So the CO trying to get me to get her and shit. Like, basically like, come get her. Come, like, I don't know this bitch. Like, so now all my jail friends in there like, get her, get your little sister. And I'm like, the dial is not made for this. So anywho, I ended up getting her. She ended up coming in, but the bitch wouldn't go in her room. So they ended up had to call the nurse to come get her. I mean, I got her back in the pod, but I couldn't get her back in her cell. I'm like, shit, this really ain't my job. I kind of calmed her down a little bit. Couldn't find out the bitch really did have a miscarriage. Them people ain't doing their motherfucking job. What else happened? Oh, okay. Listen, the food in jail wasn't even that bad. I low-key was kicking it in that motherfucker. Like, we was having dance competitions. We was just talking about life. Like, it was real cool. It was straight. And I think I was straight because I knew I was getting out. But, anywho, the food was so motherfucking bad. Like, I didn't eat for like 6 days. So, when we got up for breakfast, they feed you breakfast at 3 o'clock in the morning. But the grits they give you eat grits every day. The grits look like applesauce with butter made into Jello. Like, the metal beds and the food was the worst part about jail. I'm like, I know jail is supposed to be like hard time, like, but we ain't got to be that uncomfortable in this motherfucker. Like, come on now, y'all can feed me something better. Then my bunkie, I ended up getting a bunkie because her toilet overflowed. She was cool as a bitch. Her name TK. Free my girl TK. Because that bitch was cool as a motherfucker. Like, she was probably one of the most normal people I ever met. Her and this girl named Tanika. Free Tanika. For Tanika get out in 2 months. And we going to Juicy Crab. So, anywho. But yeah, so my bunkie trying to get me to eat a Hot Pocket. I know, they call it a pocket out here. It's a hookup in Milwaukee, but they call it a pocket out there. Man, she lit. I'm really experiencing what these niggas be talking about in jail. Like, this bitch made some noodles in a bag with some chips, crunched all that shit up, put some sausages, some cheese, some jalapeno cheese on it, and like, the motherfucker look like a Hot Pocket. So then my last day in the cab, because, okay, so I had to sit over the weekend. My last day in the cab was Monday. Because Monday morning they came and got me. So I'm sitting there by the door just looking out the window. Well, looking out into the hallway. Because shit, we ain't had no windows. I'm looking to the hallway. And it's this Indian girl that been in jail the whole time with me. And all she did was complain the whole time. So, you know, I kind of turned around. And I'm like, bro, all you do is complain. And the bitch was like, I'm like, I ain't trying to be negative or nothing. I'm like, I ain't trying to be offensive. But all you do is fucking complain. Like, shut up. The bitch like, you're saying you're not trying to be offensive, but I do take offense to that. I mean, you don't think they're treating us right? I'm like, it's jail. Like, it's jail. No, they ain't treating us right, bitch. Duh. Like, she was so motherfucking irritating. And the worst part about her being irritating was that she was musty the whole entire time. Like, how are you that musty and we just fucking got here? Like, you only been here since Friday, so you came musty. Your outfit ain't dirty yet. So, you know, I got a couple of bitches in there and they calling me the Dow. So they like, Dow, calm down. They're like, Dow, don't argue with her. It's cool. So, you know, they was really in there accommodating me. Like, I ain't gonna lie. My jail friends was like making sure the Dow was straight. Like, in the morning I woke up, I'm walking out my room. My homegirl like, good morning, Dow. I'm like, hey, good morning. Like, you know, they really accommodating me. Like, snacks. Anything I needed. If I want to go get on Monday, I had like 3 bitches tell me they'd share their commissary with me until I can get another one. Like, if I end up being sitting that long, I'm like, listen, I know I ain't going to be in here no longer than Monday. But if I have to sit in here one extra day, I definitely put some money on y'all books because I'm going to need some real fucking food. Like, this bitch ordered 3-4 pickles. She like, you can have a pickle and you can have these chips and this. The bitch had me a whole motherfucking goodie bag. And I was like, bitch, I got 50 for you. Like, I had a whole snack pack if I was going to stay. But anywho, Fulton County, come get me. Dude, I'm just convinced that Atlanta got more people with mental health issues than anywhere I've ever been. Like, so now, I'm in a holding room at the Fulton County Jail. It's this little girl, like, this bitch that rode the little bus with me to get there, telling me, like, dude, she be walking down FIB, ass naked. I'm like, what? So the girl come in there and she got like this big Ethiopian belly and I'm like, she pregnant? They like, no, that's just how her stomach is. This bitch eats like a tapeworm. Like, she had a tapeworm in her stomach. She had 15 sandwiches, no lie. I counted them. She ate 15 sandwiches. Then she took the worst shit in the cell with us, the holding cell. I'm like, why would you do that, little bit? Because at this point I'm calling her little bit. Every time I yell at her ass, she get mad at me and she like, you not my friend? I'm like, yeah, I'm your friend, but you can't be over here shitting like that while we all up in here like, don't nobody want to smell your shit. I'm like, and then you didn't even courtesy flush. And she like, I'm sorry, friend. And then she lay down and this bitch put her head on my lap and goes to sleep. And I'm like, this bitch really would sleep on my lap? Like, what the fuck is up? The whole time, anywhere I went, like, if we had to move to another cell, we had to do anything, this bitch is following up behind me. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want another jail sister. I'm okay. Like, I already made a jail sister. I don't want another one. I'm cool on all this jail shit. Like, I'm ready to go now. Now I'm tired of y'all. This shit isn't fun anymore. I'm not having any more fun. Y'all starting to get on my nerves. I don't like bitches this much. So they move us to the next cell, and it's like a bunch of dykos in there. The bitch walk up to me and put her hand out like, hey. I said, hey. She's like, what's your name? I'm like, Valencia, but I only like dick. And she was like, oh, my bad. I'm like, yeah, back, bitch. Like, I ain't with none of that fugazi shit, bitch. I ain't been in here long enough. I mean, look, maybe a week, one more week or two, I might would have got me a bitch, but... But at this point, bitch, no, I'm motherfucking cool on you hoes. I'm in there, I'm calling like, did y'all post my bail yet? I'm like, AJ, did you post my bail yet? What's going on? He like, Dow, I'm doing it right now, Dow. Like, hurry and get me the fuck out of this motherfucker. I'm so mad because he posted my bail and it take like 24 hours to get you out of fucking jail. They sent my ass to another jail. So now I'm even more motherfucking mad. I've been to 3 different jails at this point. I'm fucking pissed. Like, this is the last straw. So now I'm in this new jail. It's 8 bitches in a room. And the worst part about this shit was, like, It's this old lady in the bunk that I'm in, and it's like lights out is probably because I done slept the whole day, but now it's lights out for real, and I'm up now. This bitch in here having story time, telling stories about her life, and she lying like she an old crackhead, and she talking about how she married this white man and how like her kids watched her smoke this crack, and how she had 20 different motherfuckers pay her rent. It was just like a lot of bullshit. And I'm like, yo, I'm tired of hearing this shit. So, I'm over there. I get up. I'm like, how long does story time last? I ain't said nothing to nobody the whole time I've been in my bunk. I'm like, how long does this story time last? And they look at me. I'm like, yeah.